Okay, so shall we start with our planning?
Yep.
Okay. I'll start sharing my screen. This velocity tracker. So we have a holiday in between, 15th June. And we have two planned holidays from Sheikh's End. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on. The first one in the backlog is 2027. Updating the reader's carousel. Is this a task or a story? Balaji and Srinidhi?
Updating the reader. You want to take it as a task or story?
It's just a copy content, then we can have it as a task, right?
Lends itself to that, doesn't it?
Jason Fetching.
Just like some resources or something.
So, Shibon, we will take this as a task.
Okay.
We are on this task. Okay, so moving on. So we have added 3 issues for DevOps work. Yeah. And we are
that. So can you just explain a little bit about the background to this?
Okay.
Just open the first story.
2024.
Yes. As part of this user story, as a dev, I need to maintain 2 servers for production and stage servers, both English.com and Pearson Readers. Actually, we need to maintain we are maintaining 2 servers for English.com, not for Pearson Readers, and we are maintaining 1 server for both English.com and Pearson Readers for stage server. So usually we need to keep 2 servers for stage and production environment, and dev and test environment we will just use only 1 server, and the remaining part we need to use 2 servers, so that we can put a load balancer for both the servers. So if we facing high traffics, then this system will be automatically redirecting to the another server for end user, so it will reduce the traffic, and it will increase the site performance and speed for the end users. So that is the reason for we are maintaining 2 servers. But as of now, the DevOps team is currently maintaining only 1 server for stage and only 1 server for production in Pearson Readers, but 2 servers is working for block, and we need to change the configuration and settings for production and stage servers. So we need to create 2 servers, and we need to copy the same code from production to stage, and we need to maintain the same database. Then we need to put a load balancer for stage and production environment, so that we can just because usually the stage is copy for production, so we need to maintain the both servers, so that we will just find out if we face any other bugs in stage server, because if in 1 server we don't face any other issue. If you move the code from 1 server to another server, it will directly reflect and it won't create any problem.
Yeah. But just sorry to interrupt you, Balaji, but can I just check that so when you're creating the production server, will it be a copy, a mirror of the stage server, so that you don't resolve issues in the stage server, and then when you get to the production server, there's a slightly different environment, and then new things come up? So in my experience, the stage and the production servers need to have the same operating system, same setup.
Yes.
So that you can confidently say when something's correct in stage and you push it up to production, there won't be new issues.
Yes, actually that is the process, and last year we were facing we were maintaining the same process, but this year I don't know what's the reason from their end. So they have reconfigured all the servers. So stage and the production is completely different configuration for now. So we need to maintain both the stage and production for the same configuration, same OS, and the same server and everything. We need to keep it same for both the servers.
Why do you think that happened? Do you think was that to do with the split from WSE?
Maybe few, but we could not find the root cause because usually we didn't have any other credential for server related things. So DevOps team was managing the entire server related things, and we could not able to see the server contents. So actually we don't know. I can't able to find the root cause. So just last month only I got the credential from the DevOps team. So after moving the WSE from Pearson, then only they gave me the server credential. After that only I found those issues.
You saw what was going on. Okay.
Server.
Sorry to interrupt there. So Kalpana, is there something that needs to be done so that you get a closer eye on the DevOps side of things?
Yes, you. It is from the DevOps side.
Yeah. So do you not have any control on the DevOps side?
So now we have the control, but all the members are new members only for PSN project.
Yeah.
So now we have control. Now we have all the control for server and DevOps related things.
We don't have a dedicated resource, but
Sorry?
still, we don't have a dedicated DevOps resource for specific for our teams, but still we have few DevOps resources in Pearson, and they'll be supporting us.
Okay. Well, I think what I would like in this story, as part of this story, would you be able to produce a server architecture diagram that shows the setup of the different servers and specifies where Pearson Reader's content is and where English.com content is? Is that all right?
Yeah, okay, Sue. I'll check with Pradeep will be supporting us, so I'll check with him for the architecture diagram.
Yeah, so just a simple diagram that shows the load balancing servers, production stage, and then just basically says, blog is here and Pearson Readers is there and student resources are here.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, they did not map the load balancer for English.com server. They are just using the CNAME records. So they are not using the load balancer. So this is the major issue for their side, and we need to reconfigure from the records, CNAME records to load balancer, because Amazon is providing some load balancer. So we need to configure that. That is also wrongly configured, and we need to work for it.
Okay. Are you working with Viren on this?
Yeah, actually, I told the issue to Viren already. So as we have the low velocity from the DevOps team, so this time we are just taking only two stories, and for the next sprint, we need to take the remaining things.
Okay. So Viren's aware of what you're planning.
Yes, you. So I already talked to him.
You talked to him.
Yes.
Yeah, we have actually Balaji has identified all the DevOps related tasks and sent an email to Pradeep, CCing the team, where Viren is also included in the loop. Sue.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Shall we move on? And then we have a task.
So this task is for subdomain thing, block fit subdomain for dev, test, and stage servers. So now we have created a block fit subdomain for production, but this time we are going to make the same configuration for dev, test, and stage servers.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
Okay. 2026 Jenkins build.
So this story is for creating a Jenkins build tool. So usually we are just using a build tool for moving the code from one server to another server. So we are using Jenkins. So now the Jenkins is completely moved for Wall Street English. So now we need to create a separate Jenkins tool for marketing the whole Pearson. So actually they are doing it. and we have raised the request to creating it separately for marketing team. So this story is for that you.
What does the Jenkins tool do? It moves content from one server to another.
Yes, you code. We need to move the code, right? So it is used to move the code from dev to test and test to stage and stage to production.
Okay. Is this the last element of ending the WSE dependency? Because I thought that was already completed. I thought we reported to Raman a little while ago that there were no more dependencies.
Yes, this is the last thing we need to do for moving the WSE
That was site-related dependency, and this is the server-related.
This is server-related dependency, and the dependency is, I mean, this user story is currently started from the WSE team, so we can't do anything. All the control is from WSE side only. So they have started this story for now.
Even I think this was initiated from our end this time.
This was initiated from our end,
yeah.
But they already said they have already more work, so they can't do for now.
It was there in their
pipeline, yeah. But they have not planned, so we pushed it and we took it from our end.
Okay. Oh, good. Next one.
Okay. And then we have PEP stories.
We still have assets to migrate from Gold itself. So we have done only for English.com assets last time. 256. So Pearson ELT assets still there.
Pearson ELT. Okay, let me take the previous story. Gold, right?
Yes.
How many assets in Pearson Readers? Do you know the count?
We don't know. For English.com, it was 256 assets.
Okay. So for Pearson ELT, we have not got the assets yet, or
it's there, but we need to count it.
Okay.
So we need to take count. So once we started working, I'll take the count and update Excel.
Did we take this into the sprint, Sue?
Yes.
For Pearson ELT, okay. Do you want me to clone the subtask as well?
May I ask you a favor on the PEP items? So I'm having a meeting. So I told you that we were having a conference with all the sales and marketing functions and product development and portfolio people. And I met up with somebody who is looking after the portal.
Okay.
And we're having a meeting the week after next. And I wanted to, so this goes down to discussing how all the contents are going to be migrated. Now that you've identified that there are 21,000 individual assets involved and that it will take so many weeks, we need to have a plan for resourcing that. And because obviously your team can't be doing that all year.
Right.
And Wiren's been talking to me about this as well. We don't want a development team taken up exclusively doing content migration. And I don't want that. But what would be really helpful when I'm having these discussions is for you to, perhaps Kalpana, you could pull together all the issues that have gone into Jira, the other Jira queue.
Okay.
With a status, because I don't see the other queue, so that I can just say what the bugs are and what the issues are that you're facing.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind doing that. And so I'm off the top of my head, it's things like the Excel file uploads, the download thing, and also you've got trouble finding the images. So in terms of just getting the brief right, I don't think you should be looking for the images yourselves. I think they should be provided for each story, for each product.
Yeah.
So there's that as well. So if you could just pull all those things together.
Okay.
And including that, your team's estimate of how long it will take to migrate all the assets, but also how many people you've used so far.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be really good. Thank you. And then I can take that and I can talk to these guys about potentially, like, one option would be you guys recruit a temp resource that's managed through the JIRA process by you and me. Or another option would be that the team here decide that they need to resource this properly within their team, and then that work comes away from you.
Okay.
Right, thank you. That bug roundup would be really helpful.
Okay.
So just in this sprint, just generally, I'd like you to figure out how many of the ready products you could pull into the sprint.
Okay.
In terms of how much velocity you have. And I guess for all of them, you know roughly how many assets are involved because you've done that work on the spreadsheet.
Yes, sir. So for now,
in order, I think I'd place them in order of priority as well. So just a case of pulling them in, however many you think you can fit in.
Do you have the sheet open? Which expert PT? Many assets from expert. Count sheet, yes. $143 from English. Okay. And how good for cutting edge 3D? 15-inch. 332 assets. So 475 in total. Do we have? But we still have assets gold. So we need to count that. We can start working on the remaining assets and placing the whole. I'm not sure of the count yet. Count first. I mean, only then we can estimate the other issues. So when will we be ready with the count? Even for estimating that story, we need the count. Just give us a minute, you. Okay. Do you want us to complete the gold product first and then continue with expert PT, or should we continue with expert for English.com in this sprint and take gold later? Because we have not counted the Pearson ELT assets yet.
No, I would like gold completed first.
Gold?
You said that you haven't completed gold?
Yeah, for English.com, we have completed few. For Pearson ELT assets, we have not yet started.
So it would be better if you completed a product at a time?
Okay. Okay, so in that case, how many we can have to complete?
Yes. As there are so many links in Pearson ELT, we'll need some time to count all the assets, and we'll give.
In that case, yeah.
Siobhan count them up.
Sorry, Sue.
I think you should have a spreadsheet with all of them on, because I think Siobhan counted them up.
Story itself.
Yes, I have opened the sheet. Is this the one? Hmm. This is yeah.
Doing the gold one.
I don't have the attachment. Please open. Okay.
So I highlighted the English.com sources on yellow. So other than that, as we can see, there are so many. We have totally 4 levels, and we have only 6 or 7 rows of English.com sources, and other than all the rows are completely Pearson ELT.
Okay. Should we limit ourselves or take entire bolt?
But once we can identify the assets, that will take some 20 minutes. We will update.
Okay, fine. So
can
what
update
we can do is, meantime, Sue, we will get the count, and we will get back with the estimate for the gold story. So meantime, we will estimate the other issues.
Yeah.
So based on the count, we can
We
accommodate.
can accommodate the stories for this Prince Sue. Story points, please, for PT, expert PT, 143 assets, right? Mm.
3 points.
We will take 3 points for this, Sue.
Which one?
For expert PT.
Okay.
Okay.
And this 3 points for English.com assets.
This is for
So-
English.com
So
assets
that
alone.
only we have exact count.
Okay.
For Pearson ELT, we need to count it.
So we're
Let's-
just trying to find a spreadsheet that Siobhan put together, because she definitely put a spreadsheet together which had the the Pearson ELT assets listed, and I think nearly all of them had an accurate figure. There were a few where you were sort of guessing because of the zip folders. Do you have that one? Did we not put it into a JIRA?
Okay, we had count of each one, right? Siobhan added for ELT. That should be
Yes,
fast.
it should be in a JIRA. I would hate somebody to have to go through that job again. We've done it once as a joint team.
Do you know in which story we had? We had a separate story to identify the count. Story or a task in last sprint, I guess. Story.
I'm
I
sure
think we have. Let's get it.
Can you look in a JIRA that's
Yes. Sue.
how do you get back to previous sprint?
Yeah. Here it is. Andre. Final one.
Yes. Now, this is the one which we created, and Siobhan has shared one Google
Comment.
on-
Okay, she has added that in a comment. Okay. Here it is. So for gold, 800 approximately.
Oh my goodness.
So for this itself, I think we'll take 2 sprints or what?
Yes.
400, 400.
Hmm.
Expensive.
Okay. So we can take
How long do
only
you think
this.
that would take? That's just Sounds horrible. Sounds like a horrible task, but how long will that take?
2 sprints, Sue.
2 sprints.
Yeah.
Including the development work. So we need to do some development and server related work. So
Yeah.
including the
other tasks we
other
have
tasks.
committed. Yeah.
Because for a sprint we can do maximum 500 assets. So as we already talked about it. And now we have your server related work, so we can take 400 assets.
Is that okay, Sue? Taking 400 into the 94th sprint?
Yes.
Okay. So you can add a separate task for each one and you can split it. Yes. We'll have only one story. 5 points.
Can I just ask, when you do this task, is there like one person, who is it? Is it one person doing the content migration and then one person doing QA?
Yes, Sue. Yes.
And is it Srinity doing the migration?
All three, Sue. Balaji, Srinity, and Sheikh, even Sheikh. Because the assets are huge, the count is huge. So if Balaji and Srinity alone do, it will take more time. So Sheikh is also helping out.
Okay.
Though it's not his role, but he's also helping out.
Oh, that's nice. So in fact, actually, you're not having just 2 people. It's affecting the whole team when you do these tasks.
Sorry, Sue?
Are you saying it's affecting the whole team when you do these tasks?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Sue.
Okay. No, I just need to know what the impact is.
Okay, Sue. Yeah, Viran also mentioned like it will, since it is out of the development role, it will affect their appraisals also, it seems. So that's why he's keen on getting other resources into the team.
Yeah. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I understand, and I'm actively trying to find other options.
Okay, Sue. So back to 2028 team, what would be the estimate? Yeah, for all 3, you can add separate task and you can each split the counts 400. $50 for 1 point. If that is so, then 8 points. Shall we have 8 points for this story, Sue? Meaning,
yes, if that's what you need. Yeah. Is that including QA?
Yes, Sue. You can also involve Prabhu into this. Yeah, if needed. Okay. So that is all for the sprint, right, Sue?
Yeah.
Okay. I think others are all placeholders. Okay, fine then. Shall I give start sprint then?
Yes, I think that's good.
Okay. Starts from today and ends on 21st. Okay.
There are some in the backlog that I don't know, maybe they could be tidied up, but there's one around fixing the blog feeds issues, which is 1877. Seems to me that must be dealt with now.
I think it is all fixed and resolves you, but somehow it is reflecting in the backlog. I'll look into it, Sue.
Okay.
I'll clean it up.
Okay. And there's the DevOps one is there with migrating and handing over all the DevOps related tools and credentials. Is that what you mentioned earlier, where it's going to go across 2 sprints because they haven't got the velocity?
Yes, you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, just so I understand all the upcoming ones. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks, Shibon. Thank you, team.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.